The area is fairly thick with biters. Very, 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 very thick with biters. As you can see, the artillery is slowly working its way. G'day mate, and welcome back to Factorio with me, GD. I'm out in the sticks, I'm out in the wilderness, I'm out in the middle of nowhere. Main reason is, this is what you guys have been missing out on. Literally, marching forward, one artillery, build as far forward as I can, and then, you know, clear out a large area, build some more tracks, and so on and so forth. Now, some other things have happened around the base. The science is definitely going a lot better than it was. We've still got, I think it's green circuit issue. No, we're back to a steel issue. So we did have a massive steel issue. I had a massive backup. But then I sort of fired off all the artillery shells we had in storage, like 40-odd thousand of them. Which then meant I wasn't making artillery shells fast enough. So I upgraded our artillery shell production quite significantly, actually. So now we're making a lot more artillery shells. Not enough, as you can see. Some of these guys don't get cannon shells to make artillery shells because I don't have enough steel. That's pretty much what it boils down to. I do have... Where is steel? Steel is here. So I now have... Basically, I have one train coming in, which is pumping out, and we get max rate calculator for this. Steel ends here. So we are producing 48 steel per second. So more than a blue belt's worth. But because I'm splitting it... well, here you can see we're almost up to a blue belt's worth. And then well, there's a little bit more. This is why it's doubled. I'm taking half and setting it down. I'm taking the rest and bypassing it, setting it up. So we definitely have enough steel going both directions. But basically the base is eating all of it. The main base really only eats steel for purple science. I think that's... Oh, and low density structures. They're the two spots we're eating steel. I think most of the other sciences don't really bother. Military used to use steel, didn't it? I don't know. I can't remember. Yes, it will be using steel for AP ammo, wherever the hell I built that build. And blue science will also... Yeah, we're using a little bit of steel in the base, not a lot. Most of it is actually getting turned into artillery shells, and I've got 2 sets of artillery shells currently working. I have this whole bank out here, which keeps getting thumped by biters over and over and over. I just can't be bothered putting down enough lasers. And our range now extends out to here. So I have these guys with a smart artillery bombardment remote. I just select and scroll down, you know, yo far. And it's got a whole bunch of new targets. And then when I bring the artillery train back up this main spike, we give it new targets as well. All that needs to go away. All of that needs to go away. That. Which power am I wearing? No, I'm using my general purpose. Pick that guy up. Come on, substations. All that has to go. It's alright, we'll put them in the trash slots. Trash slots are just more storage slots at this stage. They can all be trimmed. You just lazy bots, okay. That can go, all of that can go back to there. And then time lapse. So that's it. We march forward as far as we can. We call up the artillery train, which is going to cause all sorts of mayhem when it finally gets here. In the meantime, the old flank of the base is just going to keep taking pot shots at whatever they can reach. Because there's not that many artillery, they don't do a terribly good job of clearing out large areas. But they get there slowly. I just got to keep setting new targets and just waiting for them to get there. You know, or research some more artillery range. But we are now aiming up to 32,000 research, which is what our artillery shell range is already up to. The 32,000 science section. I've already called over the artillery train, the good old Kraken, which is slowly getting here. And when he gets here, we'll have another fireworks show, pretty much. And I also use my my building train that brings out train tracks to take back trash. So when it gets back to base, it'll unload the trash, load up some more train tracks because I'm going to need train tracks to keep going forward. And then I can deconstruct this and move forward. But it takes a little while for the artillery train, not necessarily to clear out the spawners, but actually have all the biters wander into the lasers. That takes quite a bit of time to complete. But yeah, we'll start off with auto-targeting. Actually, I want to go from that position. Hopefully that's right. Yep. It's going to clear out all the spawners it can currently see. Some of which are in auto-target zone and some of which aren't. But more importantly, I'm hoping to put one pot shot in every one of these squares so I can see what's in these squares. But yeah, we'll just run a little bit more of a time lapse. So, the artillery train came out with 10,000 artillery shells and we already used 4,000 of them, just clearing out what was in our auto range. As you can see, the biters have got a little bit thick in these areas. So, we're going to do auto target. We're just going to take a slice. And what's under attack? These walls. Fixed, hopefully. So yeah, we're just going to take a slice, one slice at a time. Honestly, I know I'm going to run out of artillery shells. There's no doubt about it. But yeah, the area is fairly thick with biters. Very, 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 very thick with biters. As you can see, the artillery is slowly working its way across the rows, targeting spawners first and worms in potentially a second pass. Yeah, a lot of times I've got to actually run the targeting remote over the same area twice because there's just so many targets out there that, yeah, it needs 2 passes. So we're doing a second pass now, taking out some of the worms. We stopped firing. Yeah, that was 2,000 artillery shells. We didn't even do the whole area. Just over there. 500 shells worth, maybe? Yeah, you can see we'll clear out the area fairly quickly with just worms. Done. Take another slice. That looks good enough. Whilst we're at it, we'll get the supply train to wander over here. And I'm also going to need the military train because it has more lasers on it. Out of targets? Out of targets. Start from up here. Across, grab some of the next section. So I get the worms on that side and the spawners on this side. Two and a half thousand artillery shells. You know, each one of those bangs is 100 artillery shells in the air. Gotta wait for them to all hit. Because I don't want to double target worms that are already dead and they just don't know it yet. That looks good. We'll go to here. That was probably too much. It was definitely too much. Let's see, yeah, 2.3, 2.2. Good trick, JD. 1.9, 1.8. It's just going to keep dropping. 100 artillery shells at a time. And I'm going to run out of artillery shells. So we're going to have to send the train back. Wait for it to reload, won't take that long, and then bring it back out, and then finish clearing this last section before I get to tie in the actual train track, which technically, oh, no, I found some train track. Okay, we've got 700 shells left. Grab our smart remote. Start there, drag down. missed this bit. $400, $300, $200. Oh, still 200 just. 100. You can start seeing some of the artillery have started swinging their turrets around. They've run out of ammo. This guy, for example, he's out of ammo. He's out of ammo. He's out of ammo. 50 shells, 40 shells, 30 shells, 14 shells, 8 shells, 5, 4, 3, 2, pop, pop, 1, 0. Train's gone. And there were still lots of live targets left on the map. So in the meantime, I'm going to grab my remote. I'm going to have the other artilleries do some work on this side. Yep, they can hit some of those targets. Take those off, put those on, put those back in there. Go away, trees. Refill your trash slots. Take the lasers. More lasers. Substations. Substations. Bunch of track. Okay, maybe less substations. Anything else I can trash? 91 landfill. It's pretty useless on a map that has no water. I don't need those at the moment. Yeah, that'll do us. You can come into here, which will then let you turn around. Okay, come into here further. Meanwhile, our artillery train's back here. We're at 4,500 shells. There is 1.9k in storage. So we might not have enough to even fill up the artillery train. Yeah, we sort of need to upgrade our artillery shell production massively, which means more steel. Deconstruct you guys, cut you guys, put you down here. Where else do we have artillery? You officially don't have a use anymore. You don't have a use. Those can go away. You don't have a use. I normally measure a base by the size of how many nukes it takes to take it out. But like some of these just don't end. Like one base merges into the next base, into the next base. This is like 20 nuke bases. I'm actually considering turning off blighters, not because they are too hard or for a UPS reason. They're just time consuming. Really, really, really time consuming. If I just had to lay track all the way out here and then I was done, you know, I would have I would have got this done in about an hour. Instead, it's taken probably about 4 or 5 hours to get to here. Just because I've had to load up so many artillery shells. And actually, if we look at consumption artillery shells, that's over an hour. That's over 10 hours. So I upgraded the artillery shell production. You know, we went from 105 per minute up to 139 per minute with a couple of spikes when I changed things. But in the last 10 hours, I've spent 73,000 artillery shells. And I've made 40,000. Like this is sort of the crazy numbers we're dealing with. 9.9. We're going to call that good enough. You come back out to here with a condition of empty cargo, because I'm sick of standing around waiting. Maybe I'll put these to work again. Can you guys just clear out? Come on. That's the more remote. I want that remote. Just clear out that little one. And that little one. Yeah, we're waiting on deliveries. From the other side of the map. There's still an artillery piece somewhere along this wall. There. Like, they do a great job. They are definitely taking out every single target. It's just taking time. A lot of time. Dead, dead. That looks like it's gone now. Yep. So, smart remote. Like, there's still a couple of worms left. Hey, the train's back! Because I used a smart remote, they've already got some targets. So I want to start up here. I want to confirm everything between there and autosave. And is it on? We can't zoom out. No. Okay, let's go reverse. Everything between there, and there's it. Nope, we still missed some. So missed some here, missed a couple of ones over there. Hopefully whilst the train's busy, these guys can shoot a couple of these ones. Okay, so we're going to go slice across there, and then just straight down everything. Yep. Number 1, 9. So what happens is the remote times out, basically. With a, you know, each target is good for, say, 60 seconds. If it hasn't shot and taken it out in that time, then it moves on. Or it cancels all the commands. So, yeah, I've had to retarget things a few times. I love just this one shell that goes sideways. Another one shell that goes sideways. Okay, so then we need a final confirmation from there. Yep, still some pot shots that we missed. That should do it. And then Okay, so now all I need to do is build up until I hit that train track, and then I should be good to go. Meantime, you can go back to base. It takes quite a while for all the biters to drain themselves into this attack. As you can see, there's still biters, and this is actual live data almost. These are or recent data. This is a lot of live biters just standing around doing nothing. Completely confused on how to path here to come play with my laser turrets. So that's been one of the other things that's taken quite some time. For me to actually clean the area, I need to, in theory, go back and then clean up any stragglers that are laying around. Proved to be too much for that bit of the wall. Okay. Now this is prior to whatever the patch is going to be, 59 probably, which should in theory make our lasers even more powerful. I have updated to the latest current version of Factorio, but there you go, that's how far ahead I am for a change. The new version's not out. Ow, ow, ow. Ow, 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 ow. Rebels? No rebels, okay. Well, there was a radar. Like this is ridiculous. The pathing engine's finally catching up. It's finally sending some of the stragglers out to come get me. This train. Lots of repair packs. couples. No signals either. So yeah, I think this is probably enough. I think this is where I'm probably going to end the episode. Hopefully I can cut it down in length for you guys. But yeah, this is what you've been missing out on. Lots of killing off thousands of biters through artillery and then laser walls and then waiting for the pathfinding to catch up so the biters actually get called in. Meanwhile, it's trying to push forward. Yeah, it just takes time, a lot of time, and a lot of robots, because all my robots are gone again. And a lot of repair packs, because that's the other thing I do. After this is done, I then go back through and repair everything that's been blown up. So, I'm going to leave it here. I've only got to get up to here and join the two together, so I'm like halfway there. It's just, yeah, it just takes a lot of time, and it's a little bit frustrating, to be honest. Hence why I said I'm considering, it's a consideration of just nerfing the biters entirely out of existence. But I'm going to wait to see what the next patch does in regards to lasers. If they become like really one shot, one kill, then I'll probably leave the biters in, because I like the fact that they're there, but I don't want to spend several hours, you know, trying to expand out and get places. So, Cash 22. Anyway, I'm out. Thank you guys so much for watching. I'll see you guys in the next one. If you like this sort of time-lapsey, cut-down, breakdown video, please tell me so in the comments section, because then it helps me to know that it's good and people want more of it, at which point I'll do more of it. Anyway, that's me. I'm out. Thank you guys so much for watching. See you next one. Bye.